Oh cool, a new server. I need to punch wood. This game is awesome. Hey Ethan, someone else is on our server.
These toons.
Hey everybody, that was a short cartoon I made. And in this video, I'm going to go into how I made that short cartoon. I'm going to get into the drawing, the inking, the coloring, the voicing, and the keyframing. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hey everybody, I'm going to get on to the first part of this animation tutorial. I'm going to draw it. I'm going to animate Minecraft Steve. Instead of like drawing a circle like usually I do, I'm going to use a lot of rulers. This is going to be very straight edge based. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm going to make it 5 inches for the head. And then we can take, or actually it feels a little big. I might just make it 4 inches. So I'm going to make it 4 inches, just a line right there. And now I'm going to make it 4 inches wide. I'm going to go 4 inches this way. And I'm going to try to make it a square that looks pretty squarey. So now we got a square like that. There's some eraser marks, but we can get that out later. I'm going to take like an inch, and I'm going to draw up. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to draw a line. And to make it the same angle, I can just angle it to an inch. Right there. So the vanishing point is the same on each side. Where something vanishes out. So this would vanish up to there. I'm going to go an inch down. Right there. And I'm going to draw the hair. I'm going to start with the hair. So I'm working my way down instead of starting with the eyes. I'm just going to draw a line. And then I'm going to add his sideburns. A 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to draw a marker right here. I'm going to erase this now, this middle part. I'm going to go a 1/2 inch up and just connect these lines. Like, cause you know in Minecraft they have pixels, so I'm like, each 1/2 inch is its own pixel. I'm going to go a 1/2 inch down from the sideburns, and now I'm going to add 2 indents right here. And I am going to draw a line crossing the face, like that. So now we got that, and that's where his eyes are going to be. So that's the center of it. I'm going to go a 1/2 inch out from the middle and make the eyes. I'm going to make the eyes 1 inch wide. It's like I'm making a Minecraft skin or something. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to draw the nose, and I'm going to keep these blank. I'm not going to draw the pupils because I'm going to animate that in a different layer as always. I'm going to go a 1/2 inch down for the nose, just like that, and connect it. I'm not going to draw the mouth. I'm going to keep the mouth blank so I can add mouth movements later. And his skin tone kind of changes throughout like his face. So I'm going to draw a pixel right here. So I'm going to draw another pixel thing right here, and they're a 1/2 inch down at the corner of his face. 1/2 inch up. So we're just drawing pixels right here. I'm going to draw a line like that. Actually, that's a little wide. Make it straight. I'm also going to draw an indent right here. I forgot to add that. That's going to be a different skin tone right there. And then I'm going to draw a line right here. And that's where his mouth movements are gonna be. So now we got the face. I don't think I'm gonna draw any eyebrows. I might or might not. Now, I am gonna turn on the light table. I have a glass light shining under this table, this glass table. So if I put a paper over it and try to trace over it, I can't see it. But, if I turn on the light, now I can see it. Right here. Here it is. So you can see through the table. Now I'm going to add some pupils. Pretty big. They're going to take up 1/2 of his eye. I'm just going to draw an M sound like this. I'm gonna draw the head turning. Go to the center right here. I'm gonna go to the center and draw an indent right here. And then I'm gonna angle this. And then 4 inches up. 1, 2, 4. But it's gonna be lower because I guess the head's turning. And 4 inches up right here. So now there's a slant right here. We're gonna have to draw the side of the face. Like that. So the head's turning there. We can draw a line down. Now I'm gonna go curve this up and draw a hair. Now I'm gonna get onto the inking. Now I'm gonna get onto the inking. This is the scanner I'm using right here. I like to scan the background 600 dots per image and the regular objects and characters 300 dots per image. Now I'm going to speed roll me inking my drawings. I'm going to use a 1.0 millimeter pen. For the background, I'm going to use a smaller millimeter pen. I think I'm going to use an 0.3 millimeter pen. That way I can get a lot of detail into the drawing. Now I'm going to get onto the coloring. Now I'm going to get onto the coloring. This is Adobe Illustrator. I'm just going to click New File. I'm just going to click a new document, doesn't matter, Create. Now I'm going to click Ctrl-Shift-D and it makes the background transparent. I'm going to go File, Open, the drawings we made. So here they are. We can put them into Adobe Illustrator. Now we can't color it right now on Adobe Illustrator. If you want to do that, you have to go to Image Trace, which is under Window, Image Trace. Then you go to the presets. Default, black and white is what I'm going to use. Okay. And then I'm going to go to Object, Expand. Okay. Then we can take the Direct Selection tool and take out the background. Now I need to figure out some colors. I have these colors saved, but I don't know if I want those colors. I downloaded this. It's a picture of Steve. I take the Direct Selection tool and just click the hair. And then we can take this dropper icon, click a piece of the hair. Maybe like that part. So now we got the hair. Color the skin tone we want. Maybe we can do that. So now we're coloring in a skin tone from what we see in that image. Maybe we can have that part more brown, like he's growing some facial hair. So we're just coloring in what we see. Now we got that. I'm also gonna color his nose brown, like that. So now we got the face, and I think that looks pretty good. So there, I'm gonna use that for the head, I think. I'm gonna take the Direct Selection tool and just copy that head and put it into that untitled document. File, Export As. And when you export it, make sure it's a PNG. That way the background's transparent. So go to JPEG and down to PNG right there. Yeah, now I got the head. I'm gonna crop that so the edges don't bleed when we color it. And that's a background I drew. So I'm gonna go to Image Trace, Default, Black and White Logo, yada yada. I'm gonna color the water blue, maybe. I'm also gonna make this like sand. I'm gonna make this grass. Maybe like, I feel like, oh, it should be okay. I'm gonna make like this brown dirt grass block. I'm gonna zoom into the tree and make that an oak tree, like that. We can color the branches. Color would be good. So now we got that background right here. Maybe we can add some texture to this. Effects, Effect Gallery, and we can go like, there's that. There's these different effects. That kind of looks like water, kinda. We can do something that looks like water. Maybe we can do that to make it kind of look like water. And we can add like textures to it. I like that. Effect Gallery. And we can do that like sand. And you can change the effects right here. Okay. Maybe we can change the grass texture. Now, I'm gonna get on to the voice acting. Now, I'm gonna get on to the voice acting. Oh cool, a new server. Oh cool, a new server. I need to punch wood. This game is awesome. Hey Ethan, someone else is on our server. Hey Ethan, someone else is on our server. Now, I'm gonna get on to the keyframing. Now, I'm gonna get on to the keyframing. I started adding all the objects into the folders that we needed for the animation. I dragged in the mouth movements, the audio. So I've been just dropping these files into the folder. This is the canvas we're gonna animate on Adobe Animate. This is the timeline, and these are all the files we can use with the different drawings. I exported the lines from the animation into AIF audio files. It doesn't accept MP3 files for some reason, and it does accept waveform audio files, so we can just drag these into the folder. I'm going to go to this keyframe button right here. I'm going to right click it and go down to frame. I'm going to add some time to it. I think I'm going to add a supporting shot, so I'm just going to drag in the background. I'm going to bring it out, maybe like right here. We can drag it right here. I think that was pretty good. So we got the background ready. I'm going to save the tree for later and I'll keep it outside the frame. I'm going to add a layer for the character. So we got the character, we can just add his torso. I hope this looks good. You can drag it in. Maybe we have him like just standing right here as like a wide supporting shot in the distance. So we can zoom in his leg. We can just drag that down, transform, flip horizontal. So we got his legs now. I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna add his arm. Now the thing about the arm is you can add, usually for the animation, I add the asset warp tool for the elbow, wrist, and shoulder, so it can like bend like that. I feel like that might look good, but that's not how Minecraft works. I might just do that just in case. But I'm gonna send these behind his body, right there. Now I'm gonna add his head. I feel like I should have made the arm a little darker, but I can fix that. I'm just gonna go to Illustrator and just fix that really quick. Now I'm gonna export the arm. So we can drag in the torso, bring it back down. I think it was, yeah, that's a good size. Yeah, that should look, yeah, that looks way better. I don't know why it was that other color. So now we got that. We got his basic outline. That looks pretty good. I actually like that a lot. Now I'm gonna zoom into it, and I'm gonna add a new layer right there with the plus. And I did add eyebrows, but I don't know how they will look. So now we can add the mouth movement. Maybe we can add him blinking for the first supporting shot. So we go like right here. We can add a keyframe for his eyes. And we can just add these blink, and I added these blink drawings we can add over it. And when you export it, you go to File, Export, Video Media. And the thing about exporting on Adobe Animate, it's a little different. You have to install a separate software which comes free with Adobe. It's called Adobe Media Encoder. Once you install that, you just gotta choose your video file and make sure to click Start Adobe Media Encoder Render Queue immediately, because then, and the reason you install that other software is because once this is done exporting, now it should work. So it's gonna go show like what you exported and go through that, and now it's done, and it will say MP4 has been successfully created. Okay, if you want to add another scene like something else, go to Insert Scene. So we can go to the audio layer where he's talking. We can just take the first audio and drag it into the canvas, and it'll go into here. I'm gonna drag this audio out, and that's his line. I'm just gonna copy these Same layers. Right click, copy frames, paste frames. Now I got that, we can just copy them. Drag them out like that. Oh, I forgot his eyebrows. That was something. I wonder how they would look. I guess they're okay. And I actually have to add them to this now too, just to give it some more emotion within the animation. Maybe his eyebrows lift right here. We can add a keyframe. A keyframe changes movement. So if we delete this eyebrow, we can add a new layer, a new thing over it. And also, there's an onion layer so we can see what's behind the last layer. I'm gonna have the eyebrows up. Oh, cool. And maybe his head turns right here. We added a head turn. Add a keyframe for the pupils too. So I'm gonna delete this head. And we can add it right here. And we can make it the same size as the last head, 29%. Put it right here maybe. So here we are, right here.
Oh cool, a new server.
Maybe we can add some mouth movements. Now we can add the mouth movements. So I'm going to zoom into the mouth movements, and each vowel he says, we can add a new mouth movement. So maybe like right here, I'm going to put the mouth movements right here. O vowel. I'm just going to do a speed roll of me finishing this up now. Thank you for watching that video. We have animation tutorials, media tutorials, tunes, films, and music. So stay tuned and have a great day.
These tunes.